Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya. Same as Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for your love and support. Hope you all are doing great. Sometimes I ask myself, how ignorant can somebody be to type something like this on a black person's video? And the fact that some of them do this, I don't know if they do it intentionally or they're trying to prove a point to you that you all do not have to hold us accountable for what our ancestors did or for what happened in the past, and you all are supposed to move past it. And then when we talk about it and they tell you that get over it and all of that, the fact that they wake up every day to look for a way to gaslight themselves is just something really crazy, because they are not gaslighting black people. So somebody actually woke up and picked his phone to say that not all slaves were abused. And I really do want to know, like, when, just let me know. The slaves that were not abused, the ones that were in plantation that worked day in, day out and all that, or the ones that built America and did not receive anything and all that. Then when black people talk about reparations, they tell you that they do not owe you anything, you know. So the person actually went for that to say, so we're happy to have employment and no bills. So it means when they had employment, you know, and I am kind of trying to find out the employment that they had that they were not able to pay bills, like, you know, their master were paying the bills and all that, and went for that to say, do you want white to hate each other over the past? I mean, some people are really very dumb and just moving around to share their dumbness. Let's get into
Enslaved people were happy to have employment. Employment means a person has an occupation by which they get paid, earning a living. Though some enslaved people received very small amounts of money, those cases were an exception, not a rule. The majority of labor from enslaved people was unpaid. Some enslaved people made a little bit of cash by selling home-crafted brooms and baskets, or doing extra labor for other white people within the community. This is how some enslaved people were able to save up and eventually purchase their own freedom. Yes, I'm so sure they were so happy to have to purchase their own freedom. To try to argue that enslaved people were happy to be enslaved is absolutely disgusting and poisons productive conversation about slavery in America and its long legacy. The myth of the happy slave was actually perpetuated by Southern slave owners, portraying slaves happily singing from sunup to sundown in the field or in the kitchen, just as happy as a human could be, was a way for slavery apologists to push the narrative that slavery was a benevolent system and was used to try to justify the continuation of the institution of slavery to the North. But the slave narrative collection challenges the contented slave stereotype and effectively countered the propaganda of the pro-slavery apologists. Slavery in America was a cruel, dehumanizing reality from which countless enslaved people died while attempting to escape. Now, as far as being happy to not have to pay any bills, I don't think any enslaved people were saying to themselves, I may not have freedom, bodily autonomy, human status, or human rights, but at least I don't have any bills. In fact, after the abolition of slavery, many African Americans made a living by renting small plots of land from white landowners and pledged a percentage of the crop harvested from that rented land to the landowner. This was called sharecropping. My great-grandfather was a sharecropper. Sharecroppers were charged by the landowner for tools and supplies used and would often become caught up in continual debt, especially during times of weak harvest and low prices, like during the 1880s to 1890s when the price of cotton fell. Now, once a sharecropper fell into debt, they were forbidden by law to leave the landowner's property until the debt was paid, which effectively put them back into a state of slavery to the landowner. For some who found themselves so deep in debt slavery with no opportunity to eliminate it, the only option that they felt they had was to run away, or they moved. Because of this, not only did white landowners have armed riders to supervise and discipline the farmers working their land, they also enacted harsh and restrictive contracts. Many forbade sharecroppers from saving cotton seed from their harvest, which forced them to have to buy the seed from the landowners, who charged extremely high interest rates. Oftentimes, landowners even weighed the harvested crops themselves. which gave them even more opportunity to deceive or extort the sharecroppers, which could lead to even more debt, more time added onto their new slavery sentence. But at least sharecropping did offer more autonomy than slavery did, and at least enslaved families stayed together during sharecropping, rather than having parents, children, spouses ripped away and sold off, never to be seen again, like was during slavery. So yes, I'm sure that the enslaved people, as well as the newly freed Black people, were also very happy and content because they had employment and didn't have to pay bills. You're so right.
Your shouts upon the head of America. The Black Panthers used to say that the United States is the backbone of all oppression in the world.
First of all, the audacity for you guys to use our legends, our heroes, to benefit your own cause is disgusting. You're trying to use our struggle to benefit your own cause. We are not like you. You made that clear. Whenever we go to our struggles, I don't see y'all protesting for us. I don't see y'all on your platforms talking about us, trying to defend us. Y'all don't step up for us. So why are you trying to use us? Stop using Black struggle to benefit your own cause. Nobody want to see innocent people dying. Nobody want to see that. But one thing that I am not going to allow is for you guys to use our struggle to benefit your own cause. Black people, we are still going through it till this day. When we get arrested for no reason, when we get pulled over for no reason, when our young kids are being shut down in the street for no reason, y'all are not there to defend us. Y'all don't speak up for us. When we are going through it, all of y'all are nowhere to be found.
So this is all I got from this video, and it's really amazing how some people are so ready to chase clout, excuse me, with Black people, and it's kind of disgusting already. It's amazing how somebody actually wake up to tell us that Black people, not all slaves were abused. Like, some of them were taken care of. Some of them were taken care of. Some of them had so many great things going on for them. They were well fed, excuse me, and the rest of it. And some were happy to have employment and no bills. Oh, jeez. So the person actually went further to say, do you want whites to hate each other over the past? You see all these are the things that I look at and I ask myself. They cannot just, they can't just do without talking about Black people. They are just highly, like, they just want to talk about Black people. And I am kind of sad that CRT, or should I say, I don't know if I'm going to blame this on CRT or people not knowing the history, or just people are looking for a way to pin everything on Black people, or like, when people do not, I feel like when people do not want to take responsibility or be accountable for what they did and all that, these are the kind of things they go around doing, looking for a way to put some certain things, like, put all the blame, or look for a way to tell you that, yes, you all went through this, but it was very beneficial, like how they came up to say slavery was beneficiary to Black people. And then each time I sit back and think about how it was beneficiary to Black people, or slaves, I mean, slavery was beneficiary to slaves. And I am asking, make this make sense? It's just like going somewhere else to capture people, put them in plantation, giving them hard works, not resting, making life really very hard for them, building so many things without being paid and all that. And you are telling me that they were able to have bills because you brought them over, and they were able to not pay, like, they had employment and they were able not to pay, like they were able to, like, they did not pay bills because their master had to pay the bills and everything for them. All they just need is just like, how did you guys come up with this? I don't know how this actually came up and how people are saying this, for crying out loud. Everybody want to chase clouds, sincerely speaking. And then when you want to talk about it, they tell you you're not supposed to talk about it because it's been years ago. So they are asking us, do we still have to hate one? Like, do we still fight one another? Like, you know, Pe0ple people are supposed to fight one another because of what happened in the past. Like, we should, what I'm telling you is that stop talking about it. Don't say anything about it. You guys should just move on. These are the kind of things you see and you ask yourself, what the hell is going on? Some people really do not know history, right? Or they just want to be, I want to say something, but hold me, God. They just want to be mad because it's just only a moving mad person. Like when somebody is really running mental, you know, that can come out to say something like this. I mean, I am sick and tired of waking up to some certain things. You all can do better. I mean, you all do not have to, like, you know, look for a way to engage Black people or look for a way to say something. If you really do not have anything good to say, just go back to your house or stay back in your house. Stop being a keypad warrior, saying what you do not know anything about. Because, like, you know, what in the nonsense is this that I am reading out? Like, what the hell is this? Nobody's asking you to contribute to whatever that happened in the past and all that. It is not a must for you to talk because you probably do not know anything. You probably burned most of the books have been burned and banned because it's in kind of a, how did they say that? It violates your right, or it's in kind of a, I mean, African American history is kind of very violent, like, you know. And I keep saying it. When we do not tell you, like, you know, when they refuse to educate people on the history, it gets people like me killed. Yes. So you already need to sit up. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.